But yo, it's broken. I'm not about to give you a long ass speech about where I've been or what I'm doing or all of this motherfucking shit. And again, excuse my language. You already know I curse a lot. That does not have any reflection on my intellect or, all the shit I have to regurgitate out my brain. I'm just irritated right now. I'm irritated. And I'm animated in case you didn't know me or know anything about me. Leave your preconceived notions at the door. Leave them, please. I will fuck you in your ear. That's how good I am. Anyway, I just read this article. Like when I'm up late, I be searching the web, right? Just for random shit. So I this randomly popped in my slave. This randomly popped in my mind. I was like, I wonder how many slave masters wrote documents stating how bad they felt about being slave masters. Because I know some of them had slave mistresses and shit like that. Some of them even gave them freedom so they could marry them or kept them as slaves, so they could be their wives. Um, this in historical documentation. It's not fucking in a movie. It's not none of that shit. It's just documented. I think there may be a couple of documentaries. Most of the shit is not even mentioned. You know what I mean? Um, and just sidebar. I'm not a big race person. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a big race person. Sometimes I avoid talking about things because I know certain people don't feel the way I feel about it. But after I talk about this, I did the majority regardless of your ethnicity. Ethnicity, remember I said ethnicity or nationality, not race, because that shit is not real. It was constructed. It was really constructed. If you need links about its conception or when it was actually conceived in I think the 16 or 1700s, I got those links. Just ask me. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I was just curious, right? So I'm just going through like blah 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 blah, and then I read this article, which I'm thinking it's like a satire, onion piece, like the slaves love fucking slavery, and they were so fucking heartbroken when the fucking slavery ended. So I'm like, let me read this article, cause I'm just shocked, Freg, Freglet, Fregless. Frederick Douglass. I mean, shit. All the 30,000 free slaves that to leave the United States and went to Canada. Not even counting all the slaves that fought for the Union because they thought they were going to get free. And all the slaves that went down to, I think it's Fort Sumter, when the Spanish still were running Florida. So I'm just confused, knowing all of these facts. No, like we're talking about 200,000 people that I just named right now. So, with that said, I'm like, okay. So I start reading this article. I posted it on Facebook for you. If you know me, look at that shit. Cause I ain't gonna even go into it. But then I was just like, what the fuck? And my first reaction is just like, so the bitches that were getting raped by the slave masters must have loved that white dick, that European British dick all in their puss. Like, bitch, yeah, you love this European dick. See, I'm pretending to fuck somebody right now. Oh, ooh, yeah, European dick. Okay, you can't even see it, but they must have really loved that European dick, so they was slutting out for it. So the slave master, the slave master would come through. And they didn't really talk. They just like, yes, sir. So he came through and she was like, master, I hate to beg you, massa, but, I'm horny, and I would really love some of that white dick. So, after a few minutes, this guy thought, well, I gotta make my slaves happy. And just started hitting it hard from the back. And this is where, in case you didn't know, this is where the black women are sluts, or where promiscuous comes from. It's so funny because a lot of people now don't even have this information. They're uneducated about a lot of things, especially Black history, Mexican history, Native American history, all the history that it encompass our country. I think it's fucking fascinating. I think it's fascinating that people don't know, especially young people. Regardless of how I look, regardless of what I say, I try to make sure I'm aware of where I came from. I'm from the United States of America. It's not just white people in this biatch. And regardless of what any particular ethnicity believes, just like I've heard the Chinese feel like they're at the top echelon of, the minorities because the white people love them and shit. FYI, the Chinese were brought over to build the railways. They were like the last slaves. Real talkity walkity. So, I'm just in it for equality for all. But you guys have to go to this page. It is so full of hate. So full of hate. It's so full of hate. It's so full of hate. Like, it was so full of hate that my fucking chest started beating hard and shit. It was like the hate was hurting me. I had to get away from the motherfucker. It was too much. It was a lot. And it was just like unnecessary. It's like, damn. I don't know. But, I wrap this up really quickly just because I'm not going to go into what I personally believe. I'm only going to state facts. And you know what? I'll go into what I personally believe real quick, and I'm going to keep it simple. What I believe is everybody should be treated fair and equally regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of their fucking ethnicity, race, any handicaps, deformities, religion, or anything of the sorts. That's what I feel. That's what I believe, and I would die believing that. You can snipe me right now. I would never change that view. It's just like me getting mad at a Muslim person for saying, I'm Muslim and they black. Like, my nigga, the Muslims fucking had a slave trade too. Who am I to say that? Who am I to even come at a Muslim person for that? Or who am I to tell the Japanese who want to shit on other people, other ethnicities, like, oh, we better than Mexicans? Like, I don't know if you forgot, but in the 40s, they rounded you up. They got an internment camp right there on First in the city of Los Angeles. My whole point and purpose of doing this video is just talk about that, to just say that this is crazy. In 2006, I am seeing a propaganda, hate-filled page. And people are going to be like, oh, yeah, it's Donald Trump. First of all, I know Donald Trump is more than likely not racist. The nigga is very on point when it comes to marketing. He knows he's looked at as the bad guy. So he uses that to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? It's just a strategic game. He's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into the presidency or who should be qualified. That's here nor there. But people are like, oh yeah, he's bringing out this hatred and all of this other stuff. like I always tell people, I appreciate a nigga telling me, or excuse me, let me not say nigger, because, you know, if you read the article, it said that the slave masters, they didn't call the black people nigger for derogatory reasons. They just used it to identify a race. So they didn't call us black, they didn't call us Africans, they didn't call us anything. They just said, oh, nigger. Even though in the dictionary it says a nigger is an ignorant person, which would derive from why they would call us an ignorant person, because they thought we were illiterate. They didn't want us to read. Anyway, let me not go into that. But I appreciate people being honest and real about their racism. I really do. Their sexism, their homophobia, which I don't even want to call it, because straight people be getting all upset. So I don't fear no gay people. Well, the reason, if you don't like gays, because, you know, if you don't like me, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a wonderful person. I like walks on the beach. I like sex on the beach. I like freaking corn. I like Cisco. You know, my favorite group sells 65 million records. The list goes on. But, so I can wrap this up. I just thought it was crazy to the E, my nigga. I thought it was just, to be honestly speaking with you, I thought it was just, I just was so baffled. But, you know, on one hand, just being baffled and be like a little bit disgusted, you have to appreciate this person if they can get offline and spew that hatred. I gotta appreciate you. Not because of your viewpoints, not because of us having a different point of view, and I just said that. Not for us having a different belief system, but for you being strong enough and open enough to share that with other people. Because a lot of people don't nowadays. They're so scared. They don't want to mess up their money. They got to be PC. All those things always factor into people's choices. So I'm not saying I salute you, but I appreciate you being real about this shit. I really, really do. I mean, I really do. One thing I will ask you, please don't use religion. I mean, in the late 1700s and the 1800s, they had a whole revelation, or they had a whole, I would say, religious revelation stating that slavery was wrong. And all of these guys, I guess they would be modern day evangelists, would go around to all the slave masters preaching how slavery was wrong and how the slave masters were going to go to hell. But you didn't know that, huh? Anyway, because I know I'm all extra animated and doing a lot of movements, and the video probably look tacky and my hair fucked up. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I just came on here to tell you how I feel, and I'm almost done with saying that. It was one more thing I had to say. And the last thing I had to say is, obviously, check out that website. I'm going to put it in the link so you can just read the article and just be baffled. But lastly, what I wanted to say, white pride. And I know that's the fucking title of the video. What is different between black pride, brown pride, gay pride, Asian pride, and white pride? I'm going to start with black pride. Man, come on. Black pride. Black pride is having pride in your culture as a black person in America. As a black person in America, it is nearly impossible to trace your lineage before slavery. Also, as a black person in America, if your lineage in the United States of America or anywhere slave trade existed, i.e. Mexico, i.e. Brazil, i.e. the West Indies, you're 90%, I would say 100% of us have some type of European ancestry, period. The people in Africa were not, I'm not light skinned, I'm dark. But I'm not dark. And even some of the dark people still have European ancestry. This has been proven. But this is my whole point in saying all of this is that the black people that have pride in their culture are having pride for where they came and what they've done as far as black people being a minority. Same thing with having Mexican pride. Mexico went through a lot of similar struggles that our country went through. They fought for independence. They had slavery. They let that shit go 33 years before us. They had their land stripped and taken from them multiple times. I mean, so to have pride in your culture and your ethnicity, just like Koreans, just like, Puerto Ricans, just like all of these people, it's nothing wrong with that. But see, the difference between having Mexican pride compared to white pride is white is not an ethnicity. White is a blanket term used for Europeans. And in fact, the term wasn't used that much back in the old days. White, no, I'm saying some Europeans feel it's the British pretty much. The British people that revolting and shit feel like they don't want none of y'all motherfucking raggedy ass Italians and Polish and motherfuckers hungry. Nigga, y'all fucking retarded. They even have articles saying like they less than us, and that's why they made so many people indentured servants. The indentured servants were slaves too. I mean, they had a contract that they could work off, but it was the same concept. And that's a whole nother topic. But white is a umbrella term. So when you say white pride, it's like, it's first of all, if I was white, I would be insulted. Because I would say, you know what, I have German pride, I have Scottish pride, I have British pride, I have fucking Yugoslavia fucking pride, I have all of this. But I'm not from white. That's not a country. That's not an ethnicity. White pride in America, in a sense, symbolizes racism. Because the people that created the notion of white pride were upset about the motherfucking niggers. They were upset about the niggers. They were upset. In order to demonstrate how much they hated the niggers, they said, we gotta have motherfucking pride. This nigga, fuck white supremacy. We are the nation of domination. So, I'm not over here trying to give history lessons, although I'm well qualified to. I'm just over here trying to speak my mind, and it's taking 20 minutes, and I'm standing up, my fucking wrists, I don't know, really, my shoulders feeling some type of way. I feel like type of naked. My nipples are a little hard. So I'm about to go lay down. I'm going to upload this motherfucker the way it is. And I don't care about my hair. You can clown all you want, but nigga, you know what? Let me change the vernacular. Let me change verbiage. You can say whatever you want about me. That doesn't matter because I believe in myself. And as opposed to tearing another person down, we have to heal and try to help one another. If that's not your agenda on this planet, then there's no reason to live. It really isn't. These are the ailments and the cancer that plague our planet every day. So all we can do is spread love, spread our blessings, regardless of our differences, and try to help one another. So again, with all that being said, I want to wish everybody a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day. And thank you for watching this video. If you don't know me, then get to know me. I'm a cool chick. If you think I'm just some loud, ignorant, buffoon black bitch, hey, that's your loss. I'm not. Or you have some questions, email me. Like the video, subscribe to the video. I'm on Insta. You already know what it is. My name is Broken. I'm out. Peace, nigga. And you know when I want it, bitch. Oh!